Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video we are taking a look at Nvidia stock and AMD, ARM, Broadcom, SMCI, Micron, semiconductors, and also show you SPY and QQ real quick. But before that, I also want to let you know none of this is any financial advice and is only for education purposes. Tesla looks great as well, 11 almost $12 up again today. But anyways, that's for another video. Real quickly, want to show you SPY. As I have been saying, structure is still bullish on this thing. And this thing is still continuing higher, and so is on QQ. I provided you that blue box down there. As long as we stay above it, that just has to be taken as a pullback, that red candle, and then we are just continuing higher. So structure on these markets, guys, overall, SPY and NASDAQ, we are still bullish, all right? What's happening though with Nvidia? We in the pre-market went a little bit higher, and then we are selling off. Now, why so? Well, not why so just, but how to trade this thing, right? So what I have been saying that now since the price went up back here again in the range of this previous supply zone in this time horizon, and then we sold off, the next candle that came was also a bit of a sell-off as it tries towards catching up to rebound. And we can clearly see today as well that this supply zone is still very well active and still making Nvidia sell off. Now, as long as we are 128 and above, sure, that's still technically a structural support, right? So technically your confirmation of strong sell off, and we'll go to the hourly interval in just a second, but break of the structure is below 128. But what I have been saying is that trade it only intraday, and most likely structure is looking weak because once these were the times to play another swing long and intraday long, and that's what I have been saying with these pivots. But once we got into this supply retest zone, and this thing acted as sell-off, that tells us that, well, first of all, that tells us that this is a distribution phase already, because within the very minuscule range you are having a shorter term of upside and then a sell-off on the retest. So that's why distribution phases are always complicated to trade, but this is where you really master your skills. Now, and because you start to learn, okay, what is the time frame you're dealing with to trade, how to do intraday, how to do swing, what is that, all in all time frame you're dealing with, right? And how to read the price action at what level. So yes, on the retest, we still have the supply zone active, and on the ongoing trend, so you can see we have a lower pivot on the retest of the supply, but then we also still technically have 108 and 28 above. That's where the structural pivot support is. And this is where it's that, yes, which direction will it break? So that comes down to, now we have to go to the lower time frame for that. Now 128 is also where the 20 days moving averages, you can see it right over there. Let's go back to the hourly interval. So what happened today, right? Pre-market tried to go up maintaining this structure pivot, but what it couldn't do was take out the previous structure here, right? And it sold off just below 50 hours moving average, and I told you that I would be more comfortable trading it to the upside if we can get above 50 hours moving average. But what happened? Well, we retested it, sold off with a lower pivot already from the last trading day, right? And Nvidia fell, came back down to where, guys? Precisely to my significant level marked by my indicator. If you need access to my tools, links are in the description below of this video. And that was at $128.11 almost. Pretty much right there we got. Now, what happened? Rebound, retest of 20 hours moving average, and selling off. Why so? Well, because we are in the downtrend in the intraday already now. And guys, we have just almost lost this pivot. I would say 128 is the final nail in the coffin. And definitely once we lose, most likely we are going to lose 200 hours moving average, if not today then tomorrow. But again, I don't want to rush ahead, but just losing 128 and 11 cents eventually is already putting it in a dire situation. 200 will be the last line of defense for the bulls, and Nvidia is, as I expected and mentioned, that most likely it's weakening and can continue down. So yes, Nvidia right now has been forming lower highs, lower pivots. Market is going up, but Nvidia is slowing down and selling off. And so yes, Let's see if tomorrow we lose 100. Well, I'll talk about in the afternoon as well when the market has closed. But once we lose 128.11 VAR with 200 hours moving average, that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, well, yes, there will be more downside you can be expecting if Nvidia wants to continue higher from here, right? If let's say we still somehow able to handle this or hold on to this 120.11, and accordingly whatever position you take, you will have a stop loss on the other side of these important levels. And so, but Nvidia would have to at this point get above this level of 129.54. If Nvidia can do this today, close above 129.54, let alone 128.11, then also there is a possibility for still some bullish structure to stay. But this is where you have to be trading with the, as I said, with the structure, and this will, because from the lower time frame things turns into swing, right? So lower time frame is telling me what? Right now it's bearish. So most likely eventually it's, as long as if we are not able to hold this other areas, it's just going to turn swing bearish already as well, because intraday it's already been turning weak enough and failing to hold the structure with the supply zone. So you get my point, right? There was a time to play this back swing again, and intraday is long comfortably down from here with these pivots confirming. But then once we got into the retest supply with the lower pivot, we already got confirmation that rebounds will be shorted, because supply zone, as I said in my videos, will have its proximity of influence and will make Nvidia sell off. But anyways, we'll see how the market has closed, but that's for what the price action is telling me right now. And yeah, that's that. All right, let's go to AMD now and let's see what this thing is doing today. So okay, AMD is a bit in a bit of a pickle here. We are still not able to get above that resistance zone that I drew for you, but it's still getting bought back up though, guys. Okay, so I mentioned that there might be some red days this week, and that was in relation to some cool-offs that may come on AMD. So at least for today, things are still getting bought back up. Yeah, there's a red day, but it's not the red day that we are seeing downside here, right? So yeah, AMD is still standing strong though. Let's go to the hourly interval on this thing, because it's denying to give us that cool off, right? So, but as I'm still seeing, guys, this is still selling off in this supply zone over here. I would still not discount that some cool off may come, all right? But if AMD can continue its way higher, and definitely if it gets above this blue box, guys, you can expect another big move to the upside. But yeah, today I don't think there will be much to tell in the direction, which direction it will pick. But tomorrow, if again we lose these areas of constant support that it's founding with $180, this is also the pivot area, right? And this is what I mentioned, that if we lose this today, you can expect level by level downside. It's still holding that area. But if you can stay away from AMD bit from the 180 to 185 area, the blue box, you can still trade intraday with these levels, but I would a little bit stay away from it, because though I expect a cool off, but the next big move would be, yes, either a cool off below $180 down to at least 20 days moving average area, or 173, or the next big move is definitely above this blue box, which is 185 and above. So yeah. But yeah, this zone of consolidation, you can be just holding off on the sideline, because this was one of the moves that we talked about. Well, two moves actually, right? This was the two moves I provided. Now it's going to the consolidation phase. Technically, structure is still bullish, all right? Don't get me wrong. It's just that I was expecting this cool off just because this resistance was acting so strong on it here. However, it hasn't been confirming that yet. So yes, technically structure is still bullish, and if we get out of this blue box, this is just a continuation to the upside. All right, just yeah, be nimble with AMD there. ARM, not quite a huge move today on this thing, but technically structure is bullish. But the way this red candle is coming today tells me that less of a steam in the price action. Again, the structure will start to look weaker if we lose that blue box down there. Yeah, so yeah, at this point, guys, yeah, technically, you know, these are the areas to take position. The blue box, take partial profits out up here. We haven't lost any pivot though yet, all right? Technically, as you know, if we still stay above 177 and we continue to break above 183 and 66 cents, it's still technically a bullish structure and can continue higher. So at this point, technically structure is still bullish. It's just that I'm not liking the slow candle that has come today. But yeah, structure is still technically bullish though, as long as we're above this blue box, above this 20 days moving average. But you have to see on the price action, the strength has to take it higher. But right now, I'm not seeing even on the lower time frame any weakness in the price action. But have your stop loss regardless, size in, size out the position. If anytime we start to lose this level 179 and 66 cents, you can expect another leg of weakness that may come. Yeah, because we are losing a pivot and thus not being able to hold this continuation. And then that may lead to some more weakness. Broadcom. So Broadcom still trying to stay above 20 days moving average, but seems like it's a little bit struggling there. But anyways, if we lose 20 days moving average with 167, you can expect, at least this thing chasing again down to 156. But they have their stock split tomorrow, so things may look today or tomorrow. Sorry, guys, today. Yeah. So, oh, I'm sorry, guys. This is already stock split. All right, we are at 177. I'm sorry, guys. Very sorry. Yeah, I got confused there. Yeah. So. Yeah, and you will have to now adjust the levels on this thing because things are on a lower volatility because the price has split itself, right? And yeah, right now give level some time to adjust as well, a day or two on the lower time frame. It's gonna take a while. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, Broadcom is going. Let just trade with that 20 days moving average, guys, I would say. But the thing is that I'm seeing this 200 hours moving average down here. Yeah, and this thing is still trying to getting bought back up. This is the level you are watching, guys. 200 hours moving average pretty much. If we lose this, sure to the downside. Well, sure, not sure, as in sure that it's just going to flush because you will only have moves like until 161 or 157. You have the 50 days moving average coming down from there, and then you have that 20 days moving average as well. So it's all about 20 days moving average together with 200 hours moving average is what I would say for Broadcom. SMCI. So SMCI is, well, it went back up to the level of 972. Oh, okay, that's why I didn't see that on Broadcom. I had to do the intraday levels low on Broadcom. Because of the crunch, I ended up doing the significant level low. But anyways. Okay, so yeah, SMCI went up to the next level, 971, selling off now. Again, from there, guys, yeah, this thing, just trade it very carefully though. Take partial profits, right? These were the times to take long position when I was saying this was another area of the long. Today also we gapped up, but then a little bit selling off again. Where in the supply zone proximity that I said that there's a possibility we will react to it, the supply zone, and sell off. Now, it all comes down to if SMCI can hold its structure and until where the structure is. Well, definitely, if we continue to close below 910, this is already a weakness in the structure. And so you should be taking profits out. And yeah, and at this point, it's only continuation to the upside if we stay above 910 from where the price is. Otherwise, no, you can expect it to cool off. And then we'll see what it does at the next level down there. All right, but there's already this weakness coming in, and you can see in the proximity of this previous supply zone, it's already selling off. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Micron. So Micron is, as I said, yeah, this is only a good play now. If we break below 50 days moving average and blue box, it's a short play. If we get above 20 days moving average, then it can continue higher. But yeah, these are, otherwise stay away from it if you can. All right, and I'm just wondering if I even should start, I should talk about it or not until play comes. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. And if you found it helpful, valuable, please hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. Bye.